So, sitting here with Dani Miller, who's just got back from travelling. How long ago did you get back?
Just 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks? Was it?
Yeah.
Right. That was longer than that. 3 weeks ago from travelling overseas for 2 years. So, got Dani here today to talk about some of the things that she had to save for, the cost of living overseas, travelling, that type of thing. So, first question for you, how much did you save before you left to travel?
I had about 10 grand. So most of that came from selling my car, which I had paid, because I bought a fairly new car a year before I left. And then I sold that, and that was where most of my money came from. But I also I had 2 jobs, and I was working like 60 hours a week for the weeks leading up to before I left.
Did you have a goal in mind? Was like 10 grand was a goal? Or was just
no, just as much as I could. Because I decided in November, and then I left in February. So that was no time at all. So that's why I just worked as much as I could. I didn't really have a goal, and I didn't know how much money I needed. I just didn't really know.
So that 10 grand, did that go pretty quickly, or is it?
Surprisingly, I think I'd gone through it by like May. So that was like the deposit on a place, like to rent, a month's rent.
Obviously the rent over there, and the deposit would have been huge.
Yeah, so a month's rent was like £600. At the time, it was the exchange rate was like double. So, and then you do a month's rent for the deposit as well.
So deposit $1,200 and then a month on top.
So boom, gone.
So what were you paying in rent? What was the?
I was paying, when I first got there, it was about £600 a month, including bills. So like 1,200 Australian dollars at the time. So it was a lot. So that's where most of my money went. And also traveling, like in terms of catching trains and stuff, is a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. So that took up a lot of my money because I was going to all these different places when I first got to London.
So you got there, and did you have a separate bank account, or did you?
So there's a Facebook page called Aussies in London, and if you have any questions about anything, you just put it on there, and people will help you. So I'd already seen that there's a bank called Lloyd's Bank over there, and they set up a bank account for you without you having to show more than your passport. So straight away, like a couple of days in, I set up a bank account. So that was easy. And
then in terms of getting a job, was it, besides actually finding a job, having to get paid as a foreigner, is that an issue? Or?
The only adjustment, and I'm not sure, I've never been paid weekly here, but the pay there is monthly for everything. So if you're not really expecting that, you don't get paid until a month, unless you do like temp work, which pays weekly, but most things are monthly over there.
And was that a big change going from being paid weekly to monthly?
Yeah, I think because you feel like you're working so much in that first month, and because you haven't been paid in a while, and then you just have to wait for so long, and then you kind of hanging out for that money and thinking about rent, and if the dates don't kind of line up with when you pay rent and when you get paid, and you kind of really have to think about it.
And were you quite good with your budget and savings before you left?
Oh, before I left? The way I did things was just work as much as I can. So basically I didn't really have a social life for a few months. Which I only did it that way because I had like 2 months until I left. If I had a bit more time, I wouldn't have pushed myself so hard and worked ridiculous hours. I think that was the big thing for me. I worked so hard until leaving that I was kind of like, okay, now I'm set to.
Awesome. So London's obviously super expensive. I think it's number 1 or number 2 most expensive cities in the world. So besides the rent and bond, but the cost of living.
When I first got over there, it just surprised me so much. Like coffees, lunches out, just every single time I spent money, it was like, oh my gosh, you actually think about it. It's not just like, okay, whatever, because it's so expensive. But when I first got there, I was really excited to be there, and I was doing lots of like day trips and outings, and it wasn't a regular lifestyle, so I wasn't I was eating out a lot, and I was spending a lot of money when I first got there. So I think, yeah, just prepare for the first few months being splashing in cash a bit.
Yeah, well, I think that, and then obviously not getting paid for the first month as well.
Yeah, that made it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if I really thought about having to pay so much money for a deposit on a place. So, and also booking, because I had booked to go to Italy in May, and I was trying to pay things off as well.
Yeah.
So,
awesome. So other living expenses in terms of like trains, buses, phones, like is that all just
so phone is fine, it's same as here. You just pay like your top up every month. And yeah, same as here. But yeah, trains are expensive, so you pay like, most people live out of like zone 1 in London, so you, like, if you pay for a week's worth of unlimited travel in zone 1 and 2, it's the equivalent of like 80 Australian dollars just for a week. So it's quite a lot to be spending on public transport, and that's if you buy an unlimited card, which most people would. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else costs a lot of money. I think that was really the biggest thing, is just catching trains and things like that.
And while you're over there, obviously you want to travel and do as much as possible. So was it you were trying to save money, or was it literally just whatever came in was going out?
I think, I don't know how other people did it, but for me, if I had a spare 50 quid, I would be booking a flight. Yeah. Which sometimes was not the right thing to do. Like, I probably should have planned things better and not had to like eat toast for like 2 days at the end of the month. But there's some experiences that I had that I wouldn't have had if I didn't just book it and figure out the rest as I go, and I have no regrets about that. So those 2 days of toast and noodles or whatever were worth it.
Made it worth it.
Yeah, but I think you could do it. I think you could do it a bit more smart. More smart? Smart?
Smart.
Oh my god.
So what way? Like, what if you look back now? Like
budgeting and sticking to it. Because I'd be like, okay, cool, I've got £50 for activities this week.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, no, I really need to go to that gig. I really need to buy that ticket. I really need to do that. And I would just go out the window because I was like, I just want to do things. So maybe that's a personality thing, but being better at budgeting might have helped me in some situations.
And earning, like the pay over there, was it relative to what you're spending?
Depends on what you're doing. Like cafe and bar jobs in Australia, you can make a living off it fine. There, it's really tough. So the minimum wage there is £6.95, which is like, at the time it was like 12 Australian dollars an hour for a bar job. And you're living in one of the most expensive cities in the world. So for like service level jobs, the pay was shocking. But if you do things like admin work and you work your way up, a friend of mine was earning like £30,000 a year. So that's a lot of money to be earning in an office job. So you can, there are different jobs, and I know like tradesmen there earn a lot of money. It just depends on what you do. So.
And then travel tips. So in terms of, you said you just a lot of times just booked at the last minute. Was there a way of saving a lot of money? Like, was that cheaper to book at last minute, or was it more expensive?
There were a couple of occasions where I saw £9 to Berlin, and I would just book, and that was a few months in advance. But for the most part, I would just plan like month to month, really, of what I wanted to do and what money I had left over, and what everyone else was doing. Like, say if they were going away to a music festival, I would just book it and then figure it out. But they have lots of like travel expos there, and you get half price deals, which is always good. And I know people get some really cheap like travel tours and things through that. So that's also a good way to get cheap deals.
And any tips for living in London, like any ways to save extra money so you can afford to do those trips, like sharing a room with 5 other people?
So sharing a room was something I didn't really think I would have to do, but after a few months, I was like, I'm sick of spending so much money on rent. And so I decided to do what a lot of other Aussies do and share a bedroom. which sounds absolutely crazy coming over here, and I would never do that here, but so many people do it over there.
Yeah.
And some people share with like 2 other people, and guys share with 2 other guys. There's like, it's just kind of a way of life there. And it's not just Aussies that do it, actually. I lived in this huge share house in one of the first, I think it was like the 3rd place I moved into. And there was 10 people in this flat. And I shared a room with this Aussie girl who I didn't know before. Yeah. It worked out well, we got along fine, but there was like Italians, there was French people, yeah, it's just people from all over, and they were all sharing rooms. You had like 2 kitchens, you had like a roster for the washing machine. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just, it sounds crazy, but that's just the way, that's a way that some people save money, and that's the way I save money on rent.
Yeah. So how much would that save you? What was?
So for sharing a room, you're looking at like anywhere from like £300 to like £500. So it's still not cheap, yeah, but it's cheaper, and you've got that extra bit of money to play with. And you're never home. Like I personally was never at home. I was always out and about, and that's another way that makes it easier to not like be concerned with the fact that there's someone else in your bedroom. Like you just come home to sleep, go to work, and that's really it. Yeah. So, and it's fun, like sharing a flat with a lot of people.
I suppose it's good to meet 10 other people.
Yeah. Like if you're bored and you want something to do, you've already got 10 people to ask if they want to go do something. So, yeah, I lived in a few different flats, and there's always lots of people.
So then in terms of like week-to-week expenses, like would you go and do a grocery shop and then like cook at home, or would you try?
Yeah, I tried to, especially towards the end, because I got sick of like wasting my money on like buying meals out that I could have just eaten at home. And it kind of becomes, once you start to always eat out, you keep doing it. So I tried to be good, and I tried to do grocery shopping, but cooking meals for one is a bit lame. Sometimes you just like, I don't really want to mess all these dishes up just to make one plate of food. But yeah, I would try to do that, and that would save me so much money, like planning ahead and not buying breakfast, lunch, and then going out for a meal. Yeah.
Any other tips or any other savings? Savings advice?
Savings advice.
For getting by in London City?
I think you're going to be having fun, and you're going to be spending your money. So don't get down on yourself, being like, oh, I should have saved this. No one saves money in London, really. And if they do, it's only a little amount so that they can afford to pay off a trip. If you were going there, say, to live for a long period of time, and you're going there for a career, I think maybe it would be different. But just knowing that it's kind of okay to enjoy yourself over there and spend your money on doing things, and rather than kind of partying all the time, which sometimes I got in the trap of. But yeah, it's easy to do a lot of things on a small amount of money in terms of travel. So once you start to see the value of that, then you tend not to waste your money as much. So yeah.
So travel tips, like book hostels or?
Yeah, I mean, some people don't like hostels, but I love it because you can like, mix with people. And to me, that's what traveling is about. But I know like, a few of my girlfriends, they would never book a hostel in certain places. So you can get such cheap accommodation at hostels. Like I was in Morocco recently, and the accommodation was like £5 a night. So you can get such cheap accommodation. And yeah, I would book hostels, but it just depends on what kind of holiday you want. If you're on like a romantic trip, maybe don't. Yeah, and I think there's loads of like free things to do, like free walking tours. Just jump on Google or go on TripAdvisor. Or there are lots of ways you can see a place without having to do a tour. I mean, I don't think I did any tours at all, like paid tours from the 2 years I was away. So there's lots of ways to do things free.
And cheap airfares, like what was there a better person to fly with, better company to fly with? Cheaper,
there's so many cheap airlines over there, and they're so competitive with each other. Like you've got like EasyJet and Ryanair, and like, so many. I flew with Wizz Airlines once, which was like plastic seats and like, I don't know, didn't feel that safe. But anyway, yeah, there's so many there and they're always competing. And often they'll do really cheap flights to a place like Stockholm, and you think, oh cool, like £8 for a flight, but once you get there, it's really expensive. So just kind of look at that and weigh up the two different, like what's going to cost you to go to that place. But I think there's apps now that can tell you the best time to book a flight.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called, but I've seen a few people use it. It's, say if you're wanting to fly to like Canada or whatever, it's like book on Tuesday night at this time because there's always cheaper deals then. So there's lots of ways to kind of find cheaper flights now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then going to festivals, is it better to buy a ticket to go to the festival? Book ahead or?
Yeah. So I went to a 7-day music festival in Budapest, which I had not thought, I didn't even know where Budapest was, to be honest. Yeah. All I knew was the song. I didn't even know that it was in Hungary. I had no idea. So I heard of this music festival that loads of people were going to, and my friend was selling a ticket. So it was 7 days, and it was camping as well, which was full on. Then if I had my time again, I'd probably do like 3 days rather than 7. Yeah. Because I was a shell of a human by the end of it. But yeah, definitely booking in advance for things like that. But yeah, just go with it. Like if you're in a place and you hear something cool and you have the money, generally in Europe, it's always fun. Like I've yet to hear someone be like, yeah, I went to this festival and it sucked. So just do it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. Good tips, and look out for next week's episode.